We've had the Lexus SC430 for almost 2 years now, and it's approaching 160,000 miles. This car is solid, and there hasn't been really many issues with it. Of course, it's in your mode. Put it into my mode, and we're going to take down the top because it is a gorgeous night. Oh, the trunk. Okay, open. I'm gonna open this up. It's still not going. Could it be? Did you?
Oh, do the trunk again. Step around. Let's see. All right, now try it.
Okay, let's see if that worked. Whatever you did back there.
There we go.
Ta-da!
And the roof still works fine.
It still works fine. There we go.
Here's one problem. Man, you get a yoga workout trying to reach the seatbelt in the back.
Let's go. It rides very smooth. There's no squeaks.
There's no lights on the dash, right?
No lights on the dash.
No. Okay, good.
No.
That's good. The air conditioning works fine.
Air conditioning is working great.
We hit it on. Although we're in the evening now, so don't really need it, but it works fine.
I was using it earlier and it worked.
Oh yeah. We're a little too fine for Amy right now, so we'll turn that off.
The heat
right.
seater, the heat warmers work.
Oh yeah. The most important part for Amy at any point will be the seat heaters.
Yep, those
All right.
work.
The much maligned and disliked cup holders, which when we got it, didn't necessarily like to open. Right? So, ba-doom.
At first, when we got the car, we were trying to figure this out. And when we did, we realized it just would get stuck now and then, like it didn't want to open. But I think that's just from whoever owned it previously didn't actually use it that much, because it's fine now. It's absolutely fine. The only thing is, if you have a really tall coffee cup in here, if you go around a corner, hold on to it, because you will lose it on your lap.
Things that work, well, this still opens up to an ashtray. We've taken the actual metal part of the ashtray out because what we found is that you can stick a phone in there. The stereo, this still works just fine, and boom, boom, boom. Yep, it works all right. Actually sounds pretty good, and it doesn't seem like a speaker is blowing, which is what everybody talks about. So we're kind of shocked at that. And oh, look at how smooth that closes. And take a look at this. Ooh, if we do the, yeah, that works just fine too. But nobody uses this.
No.
It's really annoying, isn't it?
It's a dinosaur.
2 years. Has the specialness worn off?
Not at all. It's still so special. It's still a date night in a car, a holiday in a car. If you are looking to purchase a convertible, this is a must-do. The Lexus SC430. It is, classic. It's sexy. It's actually pretty fast without being too fast. The wood looks brand new. It polishes up great, as well as the vinyl and the leather. The leather has lasted. We even have,
Yeah, it looks just like a nicely worn chair that you'd be comfortable in.
Yes, it's super comfortable. So no, there really hasn't been any super wear and tear that stands out to me on this car. For being as old as it is.
17 years.
Yeah.
It can vote next year.
This is the leather interior of this car. As you can see, it's in mint condition. It's beautiful. It's soft.
No tears, no rips.
No tears, no rips. And even in the back seat where the kids sit, no rips, no tears.
Just the child seat.
It's a child seat.
It's running really quiet. Oil changed once when we first took it on the road. We'll change it again before we put it away for the winter, but we've driven it 5,000 miles.
If you look closely here, you can see where it's pitted.
Yes.
That's from, rock salt where we live. There's a lot of rock salt and dirt on the roads.
In 160,000 miles, it's going to have rock chips because they didn't put anything to protect it here when they should have.
Yeah.
Car came out of California and it would have been on the highway a lot.
The good for the paint job, it's like a mirrored reflection. That's how beautiful the paint is. This is 17-year-old paint, original factory paint. And it's like a nice, beautiful gloss finish. It's like you are looking in a mirror. And that's amazing.
I don't know which one is you and which one is the car.
Exactly. Oh no. Yeah. Growing up, we would just turn and burn through cars. Like they'd hit 100,000 miles and it'd be time for a new car. And here we are, we're gonna hit 160,000 miles and I could see this car lasting another 10 years, no problem. So one of the things that's been a little meh about this car would be the headlights. They're just kind of a yellowy tint to them. And we've done a couple of videos trying to get rid of that and clean them up as best as we can. And it has helped, but there's just no getting around that kind of foggy look to them, foggy yellow.
One thing we did was we found out that this is easily, you can just take this out, and there's actually enough room for groceries.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of groceries in here actually. In fact, yesterday I did a huge grocery shop, like almost $300 worth of groceries in this trunk.
Right, and had both daughters in the car with you.
Yes, indeed. So
you don't need an SUV.
No.
We've had the car 2 years, right? 5,000 miles, done one oil change, brake job, right? And then new windshield. So about $1,000, right? Not bad for a car that was in US funds, 7,500 bucks.
No, that's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, it runs really well. It runs cheaply. You get about 18 miles to a gallon. I would say that for a car that is 17 years old and has had a good life, obviously, no complaints.
No complaints. I would buy this car right now, again, as
Good.
is.
As is?
As is.
Yeah.
2 years later.
So yeah, if you're looking at one of these cars, we just made sure it didn't have an accident beforehand, and it came from California, so it had no rust, hadn't done any winters, and frankly the car seemed in good shape, and I wasn't worried at all about the miles. So good. What should people do?
Please like and subscribe to our channel for more fun videos. Thank you.
That kind of reminds me of California.
Right?
It's as close as we'll get.
Oh, I wish we were there right now. There we are.
And there we are.